Hello boys and girls, welcome to week 5 of our e-learning of this term. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently this week with explaining your English tasks. Because we have never written a fact file when we were in school, so it is something new for you guys, I'm going to do one video for each lesson this week. So let me know how you find it, if you prefer it, or if you guys prefer having one video for the whole week, just let me know. So I'm going to start off with today. Today is Sunday and I'm going to explain what you will be doing today. So your learning target for today is to be able to plan a fact file. So I want you guys to remember when we're in school we have that train track and it splits our writing journey up into different parts. So before we can actually write anything, we need to really plan and prepare so that we are ready and our piece of writing can be the best that we can do. So we're going to continue with planning because last week, if you guys think back, you wrote that checklist of features that you need to include. So we're going to actually plan the content, so what things you're going to write about in your fact file. So in that checklist, everyone wrote that you need to include subtitles. So well done. And a subtitle is just something that is going to go underneath the main title. So we are writing all about oils. So our title for the whole fact file could be oils, or it could be all about oils. It's up to you guys whenever you actually write your fact file. But the subtitle is going to go underneath the title. So we'll split this information into different sections. For example, we might want to write about the oil's diet, which is just what the oil eats. Okay, so we could use the subtitle diet, and this would let the reader know that that section of the fact file is going to be explaining what the oil eats. And this just helps the reader so that if you guys ever read a fact file and you wanted to only know about what an oil eats, you would look for the subtitle that says diet, and it would help you to understand that that is where that information is going to be. So I hope you understand a bit more about subtitles. And in today's lesson, we are just going to be thinking of what subtitles we can use for our own fact file. So I have chosen some different fact files from the internet, and they're just to help you guys have a look at different types of fact files and also to help us think of what subtitles we can use in our own. So this one is about kangaroos. So kangaroo is a mammal, that's the type of animal, and its home is Australia. Its habitat, which means where it lives, is various, so that means different places, including forests, so it sometimes lives in a forest. The food that it eats is grass. Its body is strong, has a strong tail and back legs, long pointed ears. Some grow 2 meters tall. That's really tall. That's a lot taller than me. And female kangaroos have a pouch where their baby lives in the middle, on their front. Their lifespan, that means how long they live for, is about 6 years. And a baby kangaroo is called a joey. And when it's small, it eats, sleeps, and travels in its mother's pouch. It can hop quickly on 2 legs, walk slowly on 4 legs, jump very high, and it can also swim. And it can't walk backwards. I never knew that. So the reason I'm showing you guys this is because the words down the middle section here underneath name, I'll do a little circle so you know what I'm talking about. This here, these are all types of subtitles. So that if you glanced, that means looked quickly, if you looked quickly at this fact file and you only wanted to know what a kangaroo ate, you guys would look at this subtitle that says food and you would know that it eats grass. So that is just to give you some ideas of different subtitles. So name, type, home, habitat, food, body, lifespan, family, and it can and it can't. So they're just some ideas. Here is another example of a fact file, and it's actually empty, so you guys could use this next week whenever you start writing, or in the later lessons whenever you start writing your fact file. But you can see that the subtitles here are quite similar. So it says picture, and underneath the picture you would draw the animal or put a picture in. It says habitat, diet, description, and other interesting facts. So these are going to be really helpful for us whenever we come to choosing our subtitles. And the last one that I chose is a small fact file about a polar bear. And this doesn't have any information, but it does have those subtitles that we're talking about. So it says it lives, it eats, how does it get its food, appearance, that means what it looks like, its enemies, and an interesting fact. So for today's lesson, we are going to be completing a kind of template for our plan. So these fact files that I showed you, they were just some examples to give you guys ideas for what subtitles we can include in our own fact file. The fact files I showed you were about different things, but we can see that there were some subtitles in each fact file that were the same. So I used these to help me think of four subtitles that you guys can use in your fact file about owls. So I want you to prepare your plan today. And our four subtitles are going to be, number 1, body parts, but you could also say appearance if you like. Number 2, diet, and that's just what the owls eat. Number 3, habitat, and that is a word that basically means where the owls live. And number 4 is fun facts. So they are your 4 subtitles that I want you guys to focus on when you're writing your fact file. Now, when it comes to writing your plan, it's completely up to you guys how you do it. When you're writing your plan, you don't need to write long sentences. You can just use bullet points. So we know bullet points are when you don't want to write a full sentence, and you can just do a little dot and write a little bit of information. So I've done some examples of how you might like to lay out your plan. This here is called a spider diagram. And we've used them sometimes in school. You would write the key word in the middle, and for this activity we're writing all about owls, so that's what I've written in the middle. I've then written our 4 subtitles on the outside: diet, habitat, body parts, and fun facts. And you guys can just jot down some information underneath each of these subtitles, and you just can do bullet points. You don't have to write full sentences. So that's one idea. You guys could get a blank piece of paper and just write owls in the middle, the 4 subtitles around the outside, and jot down some ideas in our researching lessons. Or you could do a bit of a table. I think this is what I would do, but you guys can plan your fact file however you like. But this is another idea. You guys could get a sheet of paper and flip it to the side. I'll show you what I mean. So here's my workbook. So I could, here we go. My book is this way, but I could put it to the side and then write the 4 words, 1, 2, 3, 4, and write my plans in each of these sections. So this is what I mean. You could write some bullet points underneath body parts. You could write some bullet points underneath diet, some bullet points underneath habitat, okay? So this lesson, boys and girls, I just want you to write the plan. Okay, the 4 subtitles, and I want you to write the plan. You're not actually going to write the information just yet. That will be in tomorrow's lesson. So today I just want you to think of how you want to lay out your plan. Are you going to do a spider diagram? Are you going to do a table? However you do it, it's completely up to you, and I just want you to write those 4 subtitles to begin with. And in tomorrow's lesson we will start adding in the information.